furious Donald Trump lashes out as Cory Booker puts him on trial at Amy Coney Barrett hearing by asking her about peaceful transfer of power and whether President can self-pardon. Trump fired back after Booker hit Amy Coney Barrett with a series of questions that put her on their spot for statements by the president. He asked Trump's Supreme Court nominee to condemn white supremacy and about the importance of a peaceful transfer of power. Also asked about the president's reported debts to foreigners. Trump called Booker an empty suit and a total loser. BGFO, Deputy U.S. political editor for DailyMail.com published, 2340 BST, the 13th of October 2020, updated, 045 BST, the 14th of October 2020. Senator Cory Booker tried to put President Donald Trump on trial during intensive questioning of Judge Amy Coney Barrett at her confirmation hearing Tuesday, and immediately drew an angry response from his target. Trump lashed out at Booker after the Democrat cornered Barrett for 30 minutes of questions more than 8 hours into her Senate appearance for her Supreme Court confirmation. Booker not only queried her about hot court topics like abortion and same-sex marriage, but dove into topics that Trump on the spot, including his refusal at the first presidential debate to condemn white supremacy and his refusal to pledge a peaceful transfer of power. Senator Cory Booker, DNJ, hit Amy Coney Barrett with a series of questions that put her on the spot for statements President Donald Trump either made or refused to make. "I wish our president would say that so resolutely, unequivocally as well," he told Barrett, after she did condemn white supremacy in response to a question. When Booker was done, Trump accused him of making false charges, called him an empty suit, and accused him of not living in Newark when he was mayor. "How dare failed presidential candidate, 1% and falling, at Cory Booker make false charges and statements about me in addressing Judge Barrett. Illegally, never even lived in Newark when he was mayor," Trump said in a pair of tweets as soon as Booker finished. "Guy's a total loser. I want better healthcare for far less money, always, protecting people with pre-existing conditions. He has done nothing on healthcare, cost or otherwise, or virtually anything else. An empty suit." Booker, employing a soft tone and a smile even as he repeatedly delved into fraught topics, tried to get Barrett, who held up her status as an originalist during her hearings, to split with Trump on demanding a peaceful transfer of power. Trump's comments about white supremacy and a peaceful transfer of power became fodder for Judge Amy Coney Barrett's confirmation hearings. Trump lashed out at Booker immediately after his questioning time. Unlike some members on the committee, Booker used much of his time to ask Barrett a series of questions about loaded political topics. Trump for days would only say he would agree to a peaceful transfer if there were a fair election. To the extent that this is a political context right now, as a judge I want to stay out of it, Barrett told him. "In light of our founding fathers, in light of our traditions, I'm just asking you, should a president commit themselves like our founding fathers I think had the clear intention, to the peaceful transfer of power?" Booker tried again. Barrett responded only that, "One of the beauties of America is that we have had peaceful transfers of power, whereas many other nations don't," she said. Booker then hit Trump's Supreme Court nominee with an arcane question that is also debated by scholars, whether the Constitution permits a president to pardon himself. It is a potential issue, as Trump investigation by federal prosecutors in New York, and the New York Times obtained Trump tax returns that experts said could open him to investigation for potentially fraudulent tax deductions. Trump paid just $750 in federal income taxes in 2016, the Times reported. That would be a legal question. That would be a constitutional question, Barrett told him on the pardon. "I think I agree with you that it is an issue right now that our president may seek to pardon himself," Booker said. "It was one of several topics Barrett sought to dodge, and it is one she might have to consider if she makes it to the High Court and Trump does take the action." The Booker asked about Trump's reported multi-million debts to foreign entities. "I think it's disturbing that we're having this conversation," he told the witness. Presidents should reveal what their debts are, especially if it's to foreign nations, Booker told her. Booker began quoting former Trump defense James Mattis, calling Trump a danger to our democracy. Mattis blasted Trump in June after the clearing of protesters across from Lafayette Park. "The legitimacy of our institutions are at stake," Booker said. "It's not normal that the president would further cast a shadow over your nomination," he added. "It's an illegitimate process. Most Americans think that we should wait." Trump's attack appeared to revive a 2013 claim by Booker's former opponent, although his campaign shot back that property records and other evidence established Booker lived in Newark from 2006 through 2013 while he was mayor. Booker's campaign provided rent checks as well as payments from his security detail, which lived on a floor of a home following threats. Read more. Let's block ads. Why?
Show your love for him. Click the link in description. Thanks for watching.